Conquer Coaches, what's up? We're back here for Conquer Coaches at the Whiteboard. And the topic that I want to talk to you guys about today is a little different than the normal topic that revolves around training protocols or programming methods or things of that nature. And what I want to talk to you guys today is 5 key points that you can and should be talking to your athletes about when it comes to establishing priorities and how to keep things in line with what their goals are. I think so often as coaches, when we start working with athletes, we get too hyper excited about getting something down on paper right away and making them think that we're great coaches by what we write and give them, as opposed to taking a step back and establishing the pillars. So how well do they move first before I prescribe anything else? How well do they eat first before I start tapping into energy expenditure through workouts, right? How well do they hydrate? Do they know how to breathe for upregulation, downregulation, control that? How's their mindset? And if we really start thinking about these things, this is what sets them up for success, for longevity, for the long haul. And with that, there's 5 things that I like to talk to athletes about when establishing priorities. And the first one is, why is it a priority? And research shows that if athletes can take this, or if anybody can take what they're focusing on from a priority standpoint and really gear it towards themselves, and also how this affects the ones they love the most, it becomes something that's bigger than them. It becomes a bigger experience. And when that's lined up, then they're more apt to stick to what's going on when the time gets tough. Because if the why is big enough, the hows will take care of itself. That's number 1. Number 2 is they really have to understand how to make that time and how to make that time work for them. Make sure that they're putting it in their blocks, schedule the time in, prioritize it inside their calendar, and do they have that prioritized based off what the schedule is? Now, for people who aren't full-time athletes, this is more important because they might have a job that they have to do, right? So now these individuals have to understand, what's the time that I need to set aside for this to avoid excess other things that could pop up that are out of my control, that could pull me from this or cause more stress in my life. Number 3 is usually within that side of that time, do the most important stuff early, when your energy is the highest, before life picks up. For full-time athletes, they can spread this out a little bit more. Teach your athletes, number 4, how to say no. How to say no to things that are going to pull them away from what their focus is. And number 5, eliminate distractions, mainly the phone, internet, social media. Get rid of this stuff. Stop worrying about other workouts other people are doing. Stop worrying about other situations. Focus on yourself, the task at hand, because the most important thing is right now. And when that's done, that workout's done, the most important workout is the next workout. You have to keep focusing on that. Simplicity is power, and you have to dial into this and get rid of distractions. So I hope this helps. 5 quick tips on how to make time and prioritize what's important. Talk about this with the athletes, line it up, and watch all the dots connect.